First question will be very easy. Why you are here?
I'm here to appeal the Italian brand names and Italian governments to recognize the labor conditions in China, in which we believe that the government and the brand name should take up their responsibility for the labor abuses in the manufacturing production in China.
Can you explain us the letter that you have prepared to the government, the Italian government? The meaning of the letter, in this sense, what you asked the government?
The letter, what we like to appeal is the government should regulate the practices of the production practices of their own companies in overseas, including China. We believe that the labor conditions in China is not just an issue in China, it's a global issue because the capital actually is mobile in globalized world, right? And any individual company and government should also take up the responsibility to regulate and monitor the labor practices of their own companies.
And what are the problem, the main problem that you had in factory, in the firms, China firms?
Well, in the context of the Olympics licensed factories, we recognize the abusive practices are very common, like long working hours, work injury problems, like loss of fingers, toxic chemical poisoning, low salary, and lack of collective bargaining and freedom of association. These are the major problems that we have identified in the Olympics licensed production facilities in China. Yeah.
And what are the proposals, the alternatives that you propose to the Italian government or the Chinese government in this point?
Well, for the Chinese government, we think that they have made a significant step to improve the labor conditions by introducing a new law, a new labor contract law. Okay, and that's why we think that it is the time for the Western capital and the Western government to take all the steps. Okay, first for the brand names. For the brand names, they should not justify their inaction towards the improvement of labor conditions. They should respect the labor rights, internationally recognized labor rights, including the freedom of association and collective bargaining, which are the two most important components and the criteria for improving labor conditions in China. And for the Italian government, okay, we believe that the Italian government should also be aware of the labor practices and exploitation by Italian capital, because it is the responsibility, for the government to supervise and even to control and regulate the mobility and the labor practices involved in the mobility of capital. If the government does not act, who should act? Yeah, because we should not rely on the Chinese government and the Chinese workers and the manufacturers. The brand name should not, just to pass on the responsibility to the manufacturers. In the past, the brand name simply say the manufacturers did not comply with our codes. But it is the brand names, the initiate the lack of proactive measures of the brand names to really adopt their codes. Yeah, and the government, in the government level, the Western government would always blame the lack of law enforcement in China. Okay, but now we can see that the legal environment is improving, and the Western government should also really engage in how to make further improvement. Because ridiculously, the European Chamber of Commerce and even some Western governments blame the Chinese government of introducing high standard labor laws. Yeah, under the new law. They make complaint letter, to the Chinese government that, oh, your new labor contract law is too demanding. We would like you to lower the demand. And it's really contradictory, right? So we really think that we hope that the Italian government, which is one of the important and major player in garment industry, textile industry, should take up their role to engage with the brand names to improve the labor conditions in China.
And the Italian association, what can they do? What kind of role can we play from here?
The trade associations?
Yeah, Italian association, I mean the Italian movement association, NGO. What kind of role can they play?
I think it's very important to have a joint platform with the Italian association, Italian partners, NGOs, to have a common platform to exert more pressure on the brand names and the government. And it is also very important for our partners here, Italy, to raise the public concern. Because we always think that the awareness of the general public will be very influential in exerting pressure on the brand names. Because consumers, we think, should be more aware of the stories or the backstory behind the production of the products. And with coordinate, with collaboration, collaboration from consumers, from NGOs, from associations here in Italy, we think that we can have more strengthened, stronger effort in promoting labor rights protection.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.